Alrighty, we should be starting now. Welcome to the Love Gurus podcast. Sorry for all those watching live about the technical problems. We are actually on a different link, so if you guys are in the future and going back and listening to this now, then yeah, tell your past selves. You know what I mean? If this is Back to the Future, tell young Marty's dad, get your damn hands off, or tell that guy to get on the link that Suzanne is pasting in the chat now, because I couldn't actually stream off of the link that I made for some reason. It's just every time I stream from the actual thing that the camera's going to, it's creating a new link.
So we're going to be able to read the chat?
Yeah, on the new link. So I just got to find that in the stream.
So I have copied the link, but now I can't find the old.
Yeah. So go into there. Go into the old one that it created.
See if this is just us now.
Interesting. So you can't find the new.
It's not like I can copy. Maybe once if you're live streaming, you're live streaming.
Oh yeah. So.
But we'll know if Joel
it looks like
shows
Amy's
up.
dropping it.
Oh, Amy's dropping it now. Okay, cool. There we go. So they're dropping the link there.
Okay.
And So I'm gonna get rid of this.
Find that link.
And then
Find that link.
Find that link.
This is the hardest podcast to be a fan of.
Yes.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
It's a good podcast once it gets going, but to get there, it's sort of like you're Tom Hanks in the Da Vinci Code or something.
I really want to be here.
Yeah, man, there's an angry albino Catholic man who's going to try to stop you. He's whipping himself, and he hates the Love Gurus.
That guy is so scary.
Yeah. Oh, he's a real bad guy.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we are live in some way, shape, or form.
In some universe, we are live.
Yeah.
So
I guess
this
if
one,
Amy can just let people know, like, if you refresh our channel, we will now be live in your thing.
Yeah, there we go. Check
Yay.
and now my audio is coming on down here, which I don't.
I guess if Amy can just let people know, like,
Right.
refresh our channel.
But yeah, there's.
It's on that background.
Oh, it's on this guy here.
Okay. Well, great. We've done it.
We have done it. We are live. Thank you for joining the Love Gurus podcast, people. It was tough, but we got there. It's coming off the screen in front of me. That's what it is. Okay. Silence your evil screen. Silence. Okay. But yes, we are the Love Gurus podcast. I'm Jake Vevera. With me, as always, Suzanne Lee Shepherd. How's it going, Suzanne?
Great.
Yes.
We're here. Only 33 minutes late.
We were only 33 minutes late this
It
time.
totally happened.
Yeah, and I'm going to blame natural disasters. I'm going to blame global warming on that. I'm going to be sort of like a drunken, older Greta Thunberg. Just, how dare you? You are causing the podcast to be delayed. We need the podcast on time.
Yeah.
I'm losing my childhood.
Yeah. You can't tell me Greta doesn't have some love questions. You know, like, she's doing so much as far as global warming. There's no way that she's solving her own love question, so that's why she has to consult the Love Gurus.
I think so,
that
man.
makes sense to me.
There's a boy at my school that I really like, but he's a climate change denier. Should I fuck him or not fuck him? All the boys who agree with me on climate change, they're so ugly and dumb.
Yeah.
The answer is yes to hate fuck right there.
Should I hate fuck the climate denier?
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Especially tonight.
Very, very short discussion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joel on YouTube says, I think y'all need a theme song. Yeah, we do. Here, we had it going.
Oh my god, but also maybe this is Joel saying that, Joel the musician could make us a theme song.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe
he knows a guy.
He knows a guy.
We could use a theme song. We could use a theme song. Joel, thank you.
You're kind of the best. Not kind of, you are the best.
Thank you for volunteering.
This is how shit I am at reading between the lines. I thought Joel just wanted me to play some more music right now. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I don't give a shit.
It'd be interesting, Joel and his artistic expression, listening to so many episodes of our podcast, what he would create, Because it's either like, or like, it's like one of the extreme, I feel. Like there's no,
I hope it's like a very sexy soul jam.
Yeah, or
Like,
maybe
get
like
some
a
sexy R&B.
maybe like a
Yeah.
Jeopardy
Yeah.
theme.
Some
you know?
fuck music.
Yeah.
Just
Something for people on Reddit to fuck too.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I know I've said the F word about 9 times already, and we've only been on for 2 minutes. We are allowed to swear in here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
see you too.
you.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You waited till 9
but
to ask?
we haven't introduced our guests yet.
yeah. Let's do that. First up, he is a hilarious stand-up comic, returning guest, Phil Causey. Thank you for being back on the show. People follow him on social media. Go see him on live. Thanks for being back here, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And second guest, first-time guest of the podcast, but another very funny stand-up comic. Follow him on social media as well. See him live. Andres Farfan, thank you for being on the show.
Happy to be here.
Absolutely, man.
Very
Happy to have
exciting.
you. Happy to have you.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I would say about the questions for this week is that, people, it's getting into the holiday season. We just went through fun summer. It's time where people are thinking about the holidays. No one wants to be alone for the holidays. So everyone's really trying to sort of solidify their relationship. And what better way to solidify their relationship than with some whiskey?
Yes. People, we are drinking Silverback Honey Rye. It is so goddamn good. Distilled in Pennsylvania from the Silverback Distillery, where we actually did a show just recently.
We did a super fun show, super lovely venue, audience, and they gifted us each a bottle of this whiskey, and it's lovely.
It's so goddamn good. And full disclosure, when I saw it was Honey Rye, because I've been drinking bourbon the whole night there, they have a very good bourbon as well. I was kind of like, shit, I like the gesture, but I'm not a big fan of honey whiskey. You know what I mean?
Me either.
Dude, it's like, it tastes, most honey whiskey, it's like syrupy.
Yeah,
it's like
I
I'm trying
agree.
to get a 15-year-old drunk.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. Creepy dudes like me shouldn't be getting 15-year-old drunk. And so honestly, if a creepy, aging, chubby Steve Buscemi-looking motherfucker like myself ever is going into a liquor store going, hey, do you got any Fireball? You got any Jack Daniels? They should be calling the authorities. They'd be like, no, he's
While you're there buying it, you're like, hey, also, what are the age of consent laws in the state we're currently in?
Hey, is there a high school around? What about a middle school? Yeah.
You know my favorite thing about them high school girls, man? They love Fireball, and I can afford it. Yeah, that's...
Hey, you volleyball players want some Fireball whiskey?
Right. That's it. So that's I was thinking what I got.
If you're going to risk going to jail, the volleyball players are a good choice, by the way. If you're going to...
Oh, really? Oh, is that because it's sort of like a not popular sport?
No, that's because they wear short shorts and men are creepy, including myself.
Yeah,
Especially myself. Okay?
Phil sounds like a statutory sommelier right now.
Yeah.
I'm plugging the whiskey, he's plugging 15-year-olds. That's ridiculous.
It's like there's like this sommelier graduation school, and one of them's like, I'm actually going to go work at a top restaurant in Paris. And the other one's like, I'm heading to local high school.
Yeah, I'm going to Kentucky. I'm going to East Meadows High.
356.
We're going to,
Yeah.
The 356, let me tell you, they got a lineup there.
I'm gonna go hit up some Mormons. Those girls. They
P356.
They seem kind of prude, but they get married at like 13. So, you know what I mean? They kind of know how to party too.
Yeah.
No, but seriously though, as much as I was just talking shit about like the sweet liquors, this one's amazing. The Silverback Honey Rye, you got to get some because they only use whiskey and honey, so it's actually really good. Like it's sweet, but in like a smooth kind of way, kind of like if you get like a nice bottle of wine, it's sweet, but in like a sweet, smooth, citrusy way, as opposed to like a strong, sugary way. Because I'm gonna say every honey whiskey I've ever had other than this tasted like somebody just dumped fucking Kool-Aid in a bottle of whiskey. And I'm like, why did you do this? Just give me the whiskey at that point, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and also, again, look them up on social media. This is a great Christmas, Thanksgiving bottle. They could ship to you. So definitely look these people up. Like it's worth it.
Yeah. Let me give them a quick little proper read here. People, are you looking for a delicious honey whiskey that doesn't taste like somebody just I don't know chucked a fucking handful of raw sugar into well bourbon? Then you can't do better than Silverback Honey Rye. The finest honey rye in the global jungle can only be made from local honey. Yes. Hand-selected grains.
You know you want it. You want those grains.
You need them. I'll do it as Jack Nicholson. You want to drink those grains. You need to drink those grains.
I need honey in my life.
Yeah, you
I
do.
don't want to be.
I eat breakfast 400 yards from men who want to kill me, and I don't like to do it sober, but I need something sweet, because it's the morning. Silverback honey rye whiskey.
Like tea in the morning? With some honey in it.
Hand selected grains.
Better than Kentucky bourbon, I'll tell you.
Goddamn right.
Hand selected.
Tennessee, Pennsylvania honey rye. Selected grains and pristine well water.
Pristine well water.
Silverback crafts.
Don't buy this honey whiskey if you have bears in your backyard.
Oh my
You're in
god,
trouble.
bears would love this whiskey.
Bears would start a company if they tasted this whiskey.
Let's just say if Leonardo DiCaprio had been drinking this in the Reverend, no way he would have survived that bear attack,
The
man.
bear would be like, you kidding
Yeah.
me? I am honey.
Yeah.
I got honey in my pocket.
Oh, but actually, maybe the bear attacked him because he was like drunk on the honey whiskey. You know,
I'm
like
a
sometimes
walking
whiskey makes
honey
you
whiskey
fight.
bear.
Fucking
Yeah.
Yogi the bear would have fucking taken a
Yeah.
bite at his head.
It
Winnie the
it
Pooh
was
is coming for
actually
you.
a nice
Yeah.
bear, but it was just very drunk on
Pooh.
honey whiskey.
Hey Leo, is that Silverback honey rye whiskey? I'm gonna eat you then.
Behind the horse.
It's picnic time. Yeah. The world's shittiest Yogi Bear. So pound the table, thump your chest, and raise a sweeter glass. Bareback. No. Bareback after drinking.
Not a good idea.
Honey rye
Not a good idea.
is proudly distilled,
No, bareback.
blended, and bottled
Horseback
in
man.
Virginia for all simians worldwide. Whirl your nest, be an alpha. Yes, for all simians worldwide. You can give this to chimps. You can give it to chimps. Give it to gorillas. Do it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Sure.
They don't have the
All those
opposable
apes out
thumbs to
there.
Open the bottle. Though.
Reddit.
Buy
that whiskey, apes.
Yes, Silverback. Honey rye, get you some.
Line up, apes.
And now for our first question from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. My best friend slept with my 25-year-old son, and it has thrown our family into a state of chaos. My best friend is 54 and I'm 55, and Claire and I have been friends since childhood. She and her husband of 27 years, Tom, were also godparents of my kid, of my kids. My 27-year-old daughter Tammy and my 25-year-old son.
My inner Long Island Italian mother's
Oh,
coming out.
dude.
He fucked his godmother. He fucked his godmother. He's going to hell now. That's a sin, Cheryl. Read page 3 of the Bible.
See, and that's like a genre of porno that hasn't been explored yet. We have stepmom and stepsister. We haven't had godmom yet.
Godmother.
Yeah.
We haven't had
porn?
godmom porno.
It's actually it's popular in Italy, but nowhere else.
Oh, I was gonna say Staten Island.
It's
Okay, so continuing on. A few months back, Claire confided in me that she'd started an affair with a younger man. Until that point, she'd never cheated on Tom. She told me that she was seeing him every week and the sex was amazing. She said that until she met the younger guy, she had totally lost her drive. I was deeply concerned about this after she told me, but I didn't want to say a word to anyone. About 2 weeks back, my husband, Jay, sat me down and told me that Tom, the husband, had a PI follow his wife Claire, and while she was going to work, the PI took images of her and a younger man who turned out to be Tyler, our son. I felt sick. And, we both confirmed with Tyler, who admitted that he'd been having an affair with Claire since moving back in with us. I confronted Claire as well, and she confirmed this. They both have said that it's just sex, but in my opinion, that doesn't change anything. I feel betrayed, and I'm not sure what to do. I asked my son why he did it, and he said that it was to get back at Claire's daughter, Yvonne, who was his first girlfriend and the girl who broke his heart a few years
Power
ago.
move.
Always in the
Power
bond.
move.
Always in the
Dude,
bond.
that sounds like crazy advice I would jokingly give one of these questions on the show. He fucking did it. Did he write that question into the show? Did he put that on Reddit? Did we read that on a podcast?
There's a lot to unpack here, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, so
Loaded.
she says, I honestly don't know where to go from here. We're all very angry and confused with each other. Claire and Tom are fighting. Tyler doesn't seem to realize the gravity of this situation.
I think he does.
Oh yeah, I think that's exactly why he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, if someone broke your heart, absolutely, and then you had sex with their parent, I mean,
Yeah.
that is a double bounce trampoline, Super
Yeah.
Mario
Tyler's
Brothers
never-
double jump. Like that is. You fucked that shit up.
Here's what I'm calling that move. It is a reverse Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate. He did it backwards. He started with the daughter, she broke his heart, and then fucked the mother.
Yeah.
And now he's banging on the glass at her wedding going, I'm still gonna fuck your mom! Marry that guy! I have a bigger dick than him and I'm gonna slide in your mom. Bye! That's all I wanted to say at this wedding.
So the other thing that it just blows my mind is the perspective of the mother, or the woman having the affair. So what's wrong?
Oh, I hear the show.
Oh no, I think it's
still on that.
Oh shit, is that happening?
But yeah, so it's interesting, like, the perspective of Claire, the woman having the affair with her 25-year-old godson.
Yeah.
I mean,
good for Claire, though. I mean,
no, really? I feel like
25-year-old D, come on, up high.
you only live once. You only live once.
Come on.
No, I just feel like if it were a man, again, like, to be fair, I guess he's 25, like, he is, but if it were a man sleeping with his goddaughter, like, everyone would be, ooh,
terrible.
How dare you,
situation.
but I don't know, it's like
it's almost as if men and women are two
once
different
we made the movie
genders.
How Stella Got Her Groove Back, we couldn't go back, there's always, there's empathy, but I just almost feel like
Stella can never lose her groove.
Yeah,
we did that as a society.
There is like a grooming that's happening with Claire, and the fact that she says things like,
this is
grooming, it's just sex.
Yeah.
With someone who has been in my family
who is she,
for
Lagatha?
25 Yeah. Like, just sex is with a random person on the subway. Just sex is someone that you found on an app. Just sex does not include your godson. Like, that, you can't use that phrase.
Just actually a good name for a dating app, too.
Yeah.
Cut right through everything.
Yeah.
Business move right there.
It just blows my mind that, I don't know, but, like, also, to keep, I guess, like, things in reference, so they're, like, 55-ish. The parents are 55-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of past a midlife point, but the son is saying, well, I did it to get back at Yvonne. So it kind of implies that the son did instigate the whole thing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was the nucleus.
You think that so even though I made a comment about grooming, you think that he was the one that tried to lay the pipe. You know what I mean?
He's the devil's nucleus.
He admitted it. He admitted it. I did it
in her.
because I wanted to, get back at Yvonne.
Yeah,
but the thing is, it was consensual, clearly, because they'd done it a bunch of times and all that stuff. So, like, the mom, she definitely had a part in it as well. Not the mom, the one who took the dick. Okay, we'll put it that way.
Claire.
Claire's the one that took the D.
Which is such a sterile name for what we're talking about.
Well,
all the Claires I know are actually really lovely.
We don't know that a strap-on wasn't involved either. You know what I mean?
Does that
Claire
count?
loves to peg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've never, I will say Claire is a sterile name, but I've never met a Claire who didn't like to peg.
Old peg leg, that was her sorority name. She used to give him the old yar matey.
If it's a strap-on, were you just helping out somebody, or does it count?
She pegged her own godson. I feel like that's where she crossed the line. It's one thing, but
no kidding.
Anal penetration's a whole lot.
You pegged your own godson, Claire. You're going to hell.
Yeah.
You're going to hell now.
Some people in Kentucky are like, we do that all the time.
Also, I realized I just fucked up my overlay. Like the old overlay doesn't fit the new software, so it looks like there's just a thing going off the top of the screen. And then let me try to fix that. Anyway, continue.
Okay. So again, the question is, it's the mother writing in about this situation. This is her son. This is her best friend. Do you think that she needs to give ultimatums, or do you think that she just needs to get... Because obviously, like, Claire has fucked her marriage.
I think she needs to get a dildo,
You think just join in?
Just get her a dildo. Maybe get her a dildo.
Well, that's
the
really
solutions here.
Did you say join in? Yeah, no. That's...
No, not join in,
I mean,
the
she's
son
already
needs to
had...
go to the corner.
You're suggesting that the person the woman writing the question needs to fuck Claire's children.
Dude, I don't think she could go back. No, I think a dildo's not going to do. Once you've had 25-year-old godson sex, once you've experienced
he's saying he's trying to fix
porn that doesn't even exist yet. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think he's going to have to peg his own godson. I don't know. Like, this is a tough one. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Does he join? Does he kick him out? What is it?
I I think that there's no going back from this. You know, there's no going back from this. This isn't something like, oh, I had a whoopsie with a coworker. We can talk this out through counseling. Well, I don't know. I think Claire and Tom, or whoever Claire's husband's name, I think Claire and her husband could work it out, but it kind of sounds like Claire is done. They're probably empty nesters. She's probably like, listen, this is, I'm ready to, be single again, whatever, which is totally fine. Sure. I think Claire and her husband should break up because Claire needs to sort herself the fuck out. And then the woman writing the question, she needs to move her family to, Beijing. You know what I mean? She needs to, get the fuck out and just start over and separate her son from the equation. Because her son is obviously messed up. It's one thing to get your heart broken by a girlfriend and, to, call her bad names on social media. It's another thing to fuck her mom. You know what I mean? That's really... Yeah.
Again, power move.
It's a bit of it. Yeah, I part of me really respects this kid.
Yeah. Stand your ground, man.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, go. You just gotta go for it,
This was, in fact, I specifically remember a question about 5 weeks ago where this guy's going, this girl broke my heart, but her mom's kind of hot. What should I do? And I was like, bang, fuck the mom. What do you? This is easy. This is easy. Why even write? I didn't think he'd do it. Yeah. This is crazy. But is she asking, because this is a woman writing the question, right? And this is her friend that fucked her son.
Right.
And she's wondering what she should do about the friend. Do I keep her as a friend? Does her husband know?
I think she's literally I have absolutely no idea what to do. So you need to guide her.
I don't know if it's different for women, but I know that fucking my 25-year-old son is breaking the bro code.
Yeah.
If you fuck my 25-year-old daughter, that's grounds for murder. That's if a guy fucks his friend's 25-year-old daughter, that's you won't hear from that dude again. That's it.
He'll be dead.
So, is she asking how should I murder my friend to get away with it? Is that the question? Does she live in a big city like New York? And it's well, do I cut the body up? Do I put it in trash bags and put it around the area? How do I get rid of my friend's body?
I think this is not a big city thing. This just sounds like a very rural thing where these people only interact with 5 or 10 other people total. Because, I feel like this dude clearly was going after the lady, but I feel like what's her options at that point? It's probably a small town thing. This sounds like a Jerry Springer episode.
Dude, if you really take the time to listen to the lyrics,
happened in a trailer.
Yeah, if you take the time to listen to lyrics in country songs, this is the plot of 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah,
this is exactly word for word.
I kind of want to buy the rights to this.
To my honey.
It's like a Lifetime movie, isn't it? Right here.
Dolly Parton sang a song as the mom fucking the young boy that still makes me cry when I listen to it. I still cry when I listen to it.
You can only come if there's Dolly Parton playing in the background.
Yeah.
Actually,
they're listening to Dolly Parton right now.
Yeah, all of Carrie Underwood's songs are about her revenge on the best friend. She's like, I carved my name.
And I fucked his father because he was my godfather.
We all came around here.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, Carrie, you're so sweet. You're like the heart of America. It's shut up.
You mean you fucked your godfather metaphorically, right? Yes, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Lucid dream.
Yeah.
She's got blonde hair. She can do anything she wants.
It was a metaphor for messing his truck up or something.
When you say fucked and took all that D, what do you really mean by that?
So I would just say for this question, my final advice is you need to sever ties. You need to say to your son, just sit him down and be like, do you realize what you're doing? You're gonna have to tell your future girlfriend or wife what you did. This is gonna have to come out.
Do you have to tell her?
Yeah. I'm just saying. So she needs to make him realize.
If he doesn't, his future cousin girlfriend is gonna tell her.
I know.
Might as well. The whole family knows.
Yeah, the guy who sells donuts on the corner knows about this, so it's gonna get out.
When you date your family,
you don't have to reveal your full sexual history to people you're dating, do you?
Yeah, it just needs to be. Listen, you need to realize what's going on, and again, she needs to separate her family, and then. Probably what's going to happen is the other couple's going to get divorced, but that's not her problem. You need to worry about your family and just sort that out. What do you guys?
25 though. I mean, they're adults, so even she can't force him to move. This isn't like a situation where he's.
But he is living with them. So
he's still living at home.
He's still living at home.
Okay.
So, in my opinion,
I love that he's a 25-year-old living at home and fucking his own godmother.
Yeah.
That's like, wow, dude.
He's got it
That's
made.
crazy.
His mom does his laundry and his godmom says suck his dick. He's got it all fucking going on here.
she's like, why does this vagina cum smell so familiar?
Oh,
This kid is never moving out ever.
Yeah.
Joel on
Yeah.
YouTube says, by the way, please forgive me for being late with this, but welcome back, Suzanne. Yes!
Yeah, thank you, Joel. We were the latest. We couldn't have been later.
Yes. Yeah, we were super
You were
late
a
this week.
gem. Yeah.
Actually, 2 weeks ago while you weren't here, we were later. We were later 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's been a bit of a mess since you left.
So again, what
Joel
is your...
says, oh Christ, I missed a good question while I was on the phone. I slept with 2 of my mother's friends. I probably didn't need to comment on this. Yeah, yes! Yes! Joel is this guy grown up. I love it. He took a time machine. Young Joel took a time machine and wrote this question. That's awesome.
It just means that there's hope for this kid. You know, that he's going to turn out to be just as great as Joel. So, you know, that's promising.
Well,
Yeah.
At least my next question. If this guy did it and Joel did it, how many people are out there banging their mom's friends?
You know, maybe I'm myopic. Maybe I am totally being very harsh about this situation, and it is a
Yeah.
Tuesday
I'm
kind
gonna
of
tell my
situation.
mom to get some
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Hey, mom, you need to
Normalize
up your game.
mom-friend fucking.
Friends.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Dude,
again,
I want
what's-
to bang my mom's friends while listening to the theme song of Friends. That's the ultimate move. That's the ultimate move. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll be there for
Yeah.
you.
And we both paused to do the claps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you
like
slap her
mid-thrust.
ass in that
Towards the
exact.
end.
Yeah, like that.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. That takes abs.
Yeah, Ryan on YouTube says Bareback Honey Rye. Yes, that's it. Hopefully that's the name of the next one. Hopefully they
Yes.
make another one called
Yes.
Bareback Honey Rye.
That's actually also the name of the favorite position between Claire's friend and the 25-year-old
Oh,
son.
my God.
Is the bareback
totally.
honey rye.
Yeah.
She likes it.
Dude, I hope he's hooking up with his mom's friend right now while drinking Silverback Honey Rye. That's what Blackback Honey Rye.
Rye.
But
Blackback.
Silverback was
This company
the,
wants
Why
nothing
did
to do
you-
with
why did
this
you-
podcast
okay.
anymore.
But
After everything we just said.
Silverback is the name of the actual company.
Oh,
But
okay.
Blackback Honey Rye is the
Okay.
official.
Okay, so wrapping this up. So what's your guys' final advice?
The son, I see it like a Monopoly game. The son goes to jail, does not collect 200.
What crime did he
Yeah.
commit, though?
He'll collect 200 high fives in jail for this story.
There's an
Yeah,
idea.
come on.
They're gonna like this.
But what do you lock?
That's
What's the
his
crime,
dad.
though?
You don't do that to his
He's 20. Everyone here is an adult. It's not like he's 15 and she's 45.
Okay,
That'd be
so
a
you're,
fuck-
so
fuck
you're
up
saying
thing,
so you're
but-
saying it's totally
Totally
okay to
different
fuck
question.
your friend's girlfriends?
Oh, no,
'Cause that's what
I'm not-
happened in
here's
this
the thing.
situation.
I'm not
He
saying it's
fucked
ethical.
his
But
friends. He fucked his
mess up.
friend's
That's it.
friends.
Just
Like-
because something is unethical doesn't mean it's illegal. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's
No
not
one
going
said
to
it-
real
no
jail,
one
but
ever
I think
said
his
it
dad
was
should kick him out or
illegal.
something.
You guys
you
just
know?
said throw him in jail.
But
That-
that's-
that
Kick him
implies
out.
that-
No, it's like a
Oh,
Monopoly
dude,
game.
hey,
No,
Like,
no,
it's
here's
a-
how you go. The
He
dad's
didn't
gonna
mean a
come
right-
over.
he didn't mean a real
No, the
So-
dad has to kick him out.
Oh,
You're done. Get a job, move out.
I
That's
know
it.
what
He's
you're saying.
out.
So what you're
You
saying
know?
is this kid's allowance needs to be cut off.
Yeah,
because he's
right.
25,
Yeah.
so that
Cut him
means-
off on the
so-
Nintendo, the Game Boy, or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
He's got to
he
mow
needs
the
a break.
lawn.
He needs to go to the corner.
Oh,
The
he's
dad-
got some lawn.
You know,
to
send
do.
him to his mom and wherever she's at.
The mom's
She's
pissed
around.
off, and the dad has to act pissed off and just yell, "Listen, Buster, if you live under my roof, no fucking your mom's friends. You got that? I've told you
Yeah.
once, I've told you 1,000 times."
Send
And
him to
then
mom.
As
Send
soon
him
as
to
the
mom.
mom leaves the room, he's just like, "Oh, dude, seriously? Really? Like, dude, wow, dude, she's coming back, she's coming back.
And one other
that's how
thing,
you go.
kid, you need. Yeah, he just like picks the act right back up.
Yeah. I told you, motherfucker. Oh, dude, seriously, like, how many times did you
Yeah.
say that?
Dude, how was it, man? She used to be hot back in '83 when we were in high school
What
together.
took you so long? Why couldn't you go
Yeah.
earlier before the...
Don't tell your mom, but before we started dating, I fucked her too.
Yeah.
We're Eskimo brothers and son. We're Eskimo father and son. I don't know how this works, but high fives you. She
That's-
still has a birthmark on her ass.
That's
It
what I
looks
call a
like Mickey
happy
Mouse.
ending right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, dude, can you text her? Why don't we go run a train on her together? Father and son, come on.
Yeah. Well, he goes. I think he goes out, and she's deaf. I mean, they both go out. He's just got to start dating now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Get on Bumble, dude.
But it's the mother writing the question, right? So that's who ultimately we're trying to help or answer or whatever. So I think the only way out of this storm is through it. She has to get back at her friend by getting her a Okay.
By sleeping with her friends' children.
Yeah, but her
the only
husband
way.
didn't do anything. I don't feel.
Fuck her husband. Fuck her husband to be funny.
Yeah, but what about, because this lady's married too, and I feel like her husband was just sitting on a couch eating hoagie the whole time. You know what I mean? Like he didn't cause any of this.
Yeah.
So he
Passersby.
deserves a
It was a
blowjob.
passersby.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Her husband. Yeah, definitely blow her husband. That's what the way.
No, the other lady's husband.
I know. So, like, remember when you were a teenager, if you got caught with cigarettes, and your parents would be like, "You've got to smoke the whole pack." The son has to watch his parents have sex. That's his punishment for having sex with her friend. You gotta watch us have sex if you're so into 55-year-old sex.
I can't believe you fucked my friend Linda, Chris. How dare you?
I bet you like this, don't you? Don't you close your eyes? Stop away.
Did you enjoy fucking Linda? Well, here's Rebecca as well, alright? And when you're done fucking Rebecca, here's Molly. Not the Molly you kids like.
Yeah.
She's 45 and divorced twice, alright? She weighs more than you do.
That's right. You're coming to the church group on Sunday and fucking all my friends.
Yeah, you make him fuck all of your friends. Otherwise he gets kicked out of the house. He either fucks all your friends, and let's face it, not all of them do yoga every morning like Claire does. You know what I mean? A lot of them have been drinking heavy. A lot of them pumped out a few kids since back in the day when her and Claire used to be able to hook up with the same guys. Not that they look more like the dudes that her and Claire used to hook up with. All right, you make him fuck those women. All right, you smoke the whole carton or you get the fuck out.
Yeah,
that's the way you do it.
Perfect.
That's the way you lay down the law. You lay down the law. You bring your friends in one after another. Just throw them. Just like goddamn Donkey Kong throwing barrels at Mario. You just chuck your naked friends right at your son.
Yeah.
And you say, fuck them now.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
The minimum age of women he's allowed to bring home is now 55. It
Yeah.
was 18, now it's 55.
He's done now. He's done fucking age-appropriate women. Not under my roof, mister.
On another level now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Amy says, I think Joel is roasting you. Joel on YouTube says, LOL, nope. He says, I was 18 and 20 respectively, not roasting, although a spit roast would have been interesting had I not been shy at the time. Yeah, it doesn't sound like you were shy. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never pegged you as a shy person.
No, in fact, I'll bet if I had a Webster's dictionary right here and I flipped that shy, I wouldn't see fucking 2 women twice my age when I'm 18 and 20. Like, that's not shy, dude. That's not.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, John F. on YouTube says, hello, Love Gurus. Gene Simmons guy just dropping in to give some love. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we answered that question.
Yes,
Shall
I think
move
we
on?
did too. Next question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you have any questions to write into the Love Gurus podcast, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Or better yet, tune in every single Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, unless I kind of fuck the tech stuff up. You know, we're getting that worked out. But ask it live in the comments section. Comment live on anything you want. We are taking another question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Next question. I found out my wife is bisexual from her secret Reddit profile.
Fuck yeah, Reddit! Reddit! That's why we love you, Reddit.
I recently found out that my wife's secret Reddit profile, that there's a lot to unpack there. I'm 34, my wife is 33. And turns out that my wife of 8 years, the mother of my children, is full-blown bisexual.
She fucked our goddaughter. Something about wanting to get back at her girlfriend or something. I don't know.
And also more sexual than I've gotten to experience from her in years. We have young multiples at home, so home life can be very stressful.
Did he just call his children young multiples?
They must have twins. You know, like people with like twins and multiple. That doesn't look good.
No, we're good.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I assume they have like young twins or something like that. So it has been very stressful. So I was thinking that her sexual side had sort of washed away from the parenting. What's worse is that she has multiple comments about how she just loves secretly flirting with women and craves a woman's touch and responds to posts from other women seeking sexting companions. I'm at a complete loss. It's funny because if she would have shared these desires and feelings with me, I would have tried to work things out with her. Because the last thing I would want is for her to be repressed sexually.
By work things out, he means I could have gotten a 3-way.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's the first fucking place my brain went.
It's like Claire. Claire needed a dildo.
Claire needed it, yeah. Not knowing that she's so sexually cold towards me, but very warm with random women on the internet, has killed what little confidence I had. I haven't brought it up to her yet because I don't know how. But I ran the gauntlet of sadness, depression. I confronted her and asked her if she wanted to start sexting with me to bring the fire back, and she replied, "What's sexting?" I sadly know that she's lying. Should I tell her that I know her secret? Now, the reason why this question was interesting is because very often when someone is posting a question on Reddit, they'll say, using my throwaway account because my partner knows my real Reddit account. Like, it's a very, I guess, common thing for people who are big Reddit users to know what your partner's Reddit account is and to, like, follow it thusly. You know what I mean? Which I'm like, it's kind of sad. You can't use Reddit. You can't, like, someone stalking my Reddit. If my boyfriend stalked my Reddit profile, I'll be like, let me just open the door while I poop. You know what I mean? Like, it's that intrusive. Like...
Yeah, Reddit is for your deepest, darkest secrets. That's why we're on that. We need to know that for the audience. Yeah. Like, it's important to have it. It needs to be a safe space. We're sort of like... We're like trashy therapists, who haven't gone to school and aren't really that literate. But we still have wisdom to give. And that's kind of what we're doing now.
So that being said, that means that I don't condone your actions of stalking her Reddit profile, sir. But your question still stands. You found out that your wife is now bisexual, and you now want to know how to proceed. It's interesting because it's, if she's been married to you for 8 years, there's an argument that she's never gotten to be with a woman. And so that's just kind of like the allure. She's like, I've had the D, I have these kids that are now exhausting me. Whereas if I have some V, it's just like much more refreshing,
Yeah.
Like, and also like the other thing about like women is that, lesbian porn is so much less violent than like male and female porn.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I've had the D and It's Exhausting Me as my favorite Fiona Apple song. It was moving. I cried, and I have a D, and that's how good a song is.
Yeah, so I'm just saying sometimes like, lesbian porn is just much more pleasant to watch because it seems like
oh wait,
I agree.
seems like those people want to be, whereas like, male and female.
See, I only like the angry lesbian porn.
Someone's always getting wrecked. You know what I mean? Like, and
I'm sitting there reading this guy's question, and I'm waiting for the problem the whole time. Like, it's kind of the way I read
the problem
just
is
a little
that
bit though, just like a little. There, good. Okay.
The problem is that that's good. Thank you. The problem is that she isn't bringing this up. He specifically said. Because he didn't want to come out and be like, listen, I've stalked you on Reddit. He said, hey, how about we sext with each other to spice things up? And she replied, I don't know what sexting is, even though he knows she's on Reddit trying to find women to sex with.
Yeah. Joel on YouTube says, young multiples? Multiple what? Limbs, personalities, inquiring minds laying up. Joel on YouTube says, hi, howdy John F. Never gonna live the Gene Simmons thing down. John on YouTube says, it's just so good, Joel. Joel says, I had no problem with my wife being bi. Her bi boyfriend made me slightly uncomfortable. Fucking A, man.
Joe's awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
This guy on YouTube, or on Reddit, this guy with the Reddit question, he's a real glasses half-empty son of a bitch.
Yeah.
She could be sexting with other dudes now.
Yeah.
That could be way worse.
Yeah.
So this is my answer to this question. All right. What's this guy's name that asked the question, or is there not a name?
There's no name.
Okay, so I'll call you Jeff. Okay, listen, Jeff. This is what you got to do. We're gonna take this and we're gonna make lemonade with the lemons life has given you. Okay, this is what you do. Pretend you don't know nothing's up. Okay, and be like, honey, let's go on like a vacation. Let's get the fire back. Let's get us now. Then you take her to a swingers resort. Okay, and you get a threesome out of this.
Sure.
That's what you do. That is what you do.
Yeah, this is a very
I
much
was thinking swinger situation too.
Yeah.
He's real
Act like you know nothing.
But I like Phil's approach of, let's just like book into a swingers club.
Yeah.
Like not telling her, and then it's like, whoops.
Oh, you happen to like girls? Yeah, I got 2 girls. Yeah, I guess, honey, for you, I'll do it. Yeah.
Rather than like that uncomfortable, like not uncomfortable, but when like people as a couple decide, okay, let's have a threesome. Then you got to go through the faff of finding a unicorn, blah, blah, blah. Year goes by. Just book yourselves that trip to that swingers resort in Mexico. Sort yourself out.
Oh, baby, I didn't read the brochures.
That's where everybody goes.
I didn't know this beach was crawling with naked FFM
So-
thruples? How did I miss that? Why, it says it right here. It's just a picture of two guys or two women and one guy.
I want to say that I used to work for this company, and there was a younger guy that we all worked with, that he was going to a bachelor party, and he made the mistake of telling one of the other guys we work with which resort he was going to. He just said, "Oh, where are you going?" You know, it was like just, chit chat, water cooler talk. He's like, "Where are you going in Mexico?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm going to the so-and-so resort." Well, obviously the guy went back and looked it up. Yeah, total swingers resort that this bachelor party is going to.
I think I know which resort that is, by the way.
Oh, maybe, yeah. And so anyway, so everyone at work is like looking this up, and it's like, oh my God, he's going to swingers resort. And he was married at the time. Again, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not saying, again, I'm not like passing any judgment or whatever. But it's just like, if you're at work, why are you telling everyone that you're going to a swingers resort, or am I that old? Like, should I be like on board with that? It's like, oh, some 28-year-old guy is going on a bachelor party to a swingers resort. Yeah, that's normal, you fucking old lady.
So Jeff,
Back in my day, you had to go to Vegas for it. What happens there stays there. It's gonna get word. It's gonna get back to the internet.
So Jeff, you're not going to make that mistake, Jeff. You're going to book the trip. You're going to act like you don't know. You're going to knock the kids off at grandma's. You're going to go to either Temptations in Cancun or Hedonism in Jamaica. Oh, don't ask me how I know
I
that.
think it was Temptations, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very famous one. But anyway, and that's what you're going to do. That's how we solve this problem that you have.
Okay,
I don't take this fucking question seriously.
Poor guy.
Yeah. You gotta act shocked at first. You gotta be like, I just read the food reviews. I heard they got a good restaurant.
The sommelier is ranked number 1 in all North America.
I thought she had clothes on, though. I thought when she was typing, she had clothes on.
This is for problems, not to
30%
brag.
off on Travelocity. I could not book it. Okay.
Amy on YouTube says, I don't know why you haven't confronted your wife. I mean, she's your wife. If you can't confront her, then you need another wife.
Yeah, you gotta talk to your wife,
There's
dude.
nothing to confront. It's hot. Okay.
Yeah.
There I said it. Okay, there. I said it.
He's a real glasses half empty kind of fucking guy. Just, I got a winning lottery ticket, but I stubbed my toe on the way to cash it.
Well,
Guy.
he says, I found out that my wife is bisexual, but it killed his confidence because I think that he is secretly a bit scared that maybe she is a lesbian.
Challenged.
Yeah. Or exactly.
Like he can't keep up.
Because not all guys can handle it. You know what I mean? You guys like have this like very bro like Eli Manning.
Exactly. You know what's the solution when all guys can't handle it?
Work, bro.
Dildo.
Dildo, bro.
You mean a dildo that's bigger than your own dick? Like what?
Sure.
Are you talking
Whatever
about?
gets the job done.
It could be this big with little bunny ears or whatever it is on
Yeah.
there.
I'm just saying that.
I do want it at least
all
half inch
guys-
smaller.
Your
than
woman
mine.
needs action.
All
She
guys
needs
live in
action.
this fantasy, and all guys live in this fantasy of, I can't wait for my wife to eat some other woman now. But really, you guys cannot all handle it, and shut your mouth.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah,
there we go.
No. Suzanne brings up a good point. I did wish for that for a long time.
Let me call my wife right now. Where are we going?
I asked the curse monkey
how
paw to
guys
make it
handle
happen. My wife was going down on a lady who looked more like Jim Brewer than me. I was like, oh no, it's not hot anymore. No, damn you, curse monkey
Because
paw.
that's what I'm saying, is because guys always picture that like their wife or their girlfriend is like eating out Megan Fox. That is not reality. You know what I mean? Like it's so you guys always think that, and it's like, wait, my wife wants to have sex with someone that looks like that. Like, what do I look like? You know what I mean? I mean that's a mirror. Like that is. I'm staring at the unicorn in the mirror. It's a threesome. But yeah.
So turn the lights off and get on with it. I really just don't think this is a problem. This is not a. I mean, honestly, I've had so many
I'm not
fights.
saying you, Phil.
Right.
I'm just saying in the general dude population.
There are a lot of girls. What's the thing? I represent the general dude population when it comes to answering this question.
I don't know if they voted for that.
I have
The general dude population
Okay.
views him as very glasses half empty. We don't like it. He's the guy who
Yeah.
goes, I got a raise and now I'm in a higher
Fair point.
tax bracket. Woe is me.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
that's
it's
what
like
this guy
that's
is.
the thing. It's like, you know how many girls I dated that I wish were more bisexual? All of them. Okay, this fucking guy has this fucking situation. He's acting like it's a problem.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy. I gave him the answer already. Okay, I gave him 2 resorts to book.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it in the wintertime when rates are low, January, February, not as many people are traveling.
Yeah.
I fuck. See, if I had this problem, I would have already solved it myself.
I want to hear the
Fucking
resort
asshole.
story. I want to see
Yeah,
what
dude,
happens.
Phil
to
even
the
did your fucking Travelocity research for you for
Yeah.
free. He didn't need William Shatner or none of that
Dude,
shit.
next step, vacation, 2 weeks. Come on.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's my final advice. I completely agree with Phil. Book yourself.
What's wrong with you? All that shit for?
No, I was just pointing out that that's a good solution, but I'm just saying that he has this insecurity, and you're acting like all guys would never have that insecurity.
Well, he has to put himself in her shoes, like what if you were her?
That's her next fantasy where he dresses up like her and then she pegs him. That's the next fantasy after the woman.
But, because
It's gonna get weird, man. It's gonna get weird.
she has her needs, and he's not,
Exactly.
So-
he's not fulfilling
and
her
that's
needs,
okay.
and that is
But
a point
what
of
if
contention.
what if
fair
she
enough.
wasn't fulfilling his needs? There will be communication. You gotta communicate. You have to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Dude, my hope is that they go to the swingers club and they start with really liking having, 3 ways with the other women. But then he's like, I wonder what other cool shit we can do. And like 6 months from now, he can only come if he's dressed like a college basketball mascot, having small pieces of fruit inserted into orifices that aren't even normally for that.
Yeah, if he doesn't jump through a ring of fire onto the bed, he can't come.
Yeah,
One thing though,
yeah.
I would say, just don't talk during breakfast. Just wait for later. Like the right time.
Yeah.
This is
breakfast
more like a
not-
dinner or
yeah.
like Saturday night brunch or something. I don't know, not
Exactly.
brunch, but
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
I can't come now unless my wife is beating me with those things from American Gladiator. We went to a swingers club for one weekend, and it just got so crazy.
I didn't
that-
know. She didn't know. We found
Yeah.
out together.
I gotta have the theme song and everything. She
Yeah.
has to just dun 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 dun. It started off with just one other woman, and now it's crazy.
Some people like to punch in bed. Some people like to punch in bed with sock and boppers. That's how that goes.
Yeah. That's I think that's the way it's gonna go, man. Amy on YouTube says, Phil, no, you don't. Phil, you do not represent the general.
Oh, fuck you, I don't. I absolutely do. In
I
the
think
context
that's-
of this question, I absolutely do.
If my friend ever called up to me, he's like, my wife wants to sleep with another woman.
What's the problem, dude?
Will you stop this? Will
Really?
you stop it? Stop it.
I like your analogy of the lottery ticket. It's like, I just won $6 million.
Yeah.
Oh, what am I going to do? Like, fuck off.
Yeah. My Ferrari's out of gas. Like, oh, shut
Okay,
up.
but it's also like a real life stat that most people that win the lottery commit suicide. So, anyway, okay.
That's really? Is that true?
Yeah.
Real glass half empty
They
motherfucker.
either go broke within a very short amount of time, or B, commit suicide. Those are
All right, now you're making me hate lottery winners. Lottery winners who sound just like the asshole in this fucking
I
question.
feel like these
Stop it.
people just need a little bit of some silverback.
Yes, they need a little bit of some
Silverback
silverback
honey.
whiskey. Some blackback honey were I.
They'll be
I'm
okay.
telling you, every sip gets you closer to a 3-way. It says so right on the bottle.
I hope that's what they serve at Temptations in Mexico.
Well, perfect. I think we answered that question. We kind of only have time for one more, but can we do the fourth question?
Yes.
For your...
Oh, yeah. For the
Yeah.
little text at the bottom.
real quick at the end.
100%.
Yeah, the third one we'll do is a lightning round.
Okay.
If we have time. But we're being very chatty this week, which is obviously a good
We're having
thing.
fun.
Yes.
Great, yeah.
I'm having a great
Due to all the
Hey,
blackback
thanks
honey.
for sharing
honey
the
rock.
silverback. That's amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking good, man. Try their other shit too. They got vodka and stuff. They got bourbon. It's good, man.
I'm making a road trip to go there.
Dude, their distillery makes
Oh,
cocktails, really
Yeah.
good custom cocktails. They roast marshmallows. They have dessert ones. It's so cool.
It's
so
lovely.
cool.
I highly
Yeah.
recommend
Love
it.
this.
Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take one more question from the wild animals on Reddit. People join us every single Thursday on YouTube, 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Last question. I was an affair baby, and my half-sibling's mom won't accept me. I was an affair baby. My dad was 42 and married with a 20-year-old son and a 17-year-old daughter. My mom was 21 when I was born. My dad divorced his then wife and married my mom, but he kept in close contact with his children, but they never wanted to meet me. I didn't know about the affair or my dad's other family until I was 17. I felt that I had half-siblings out there, and it gave me some hope. So I messaged them on Facebook and told them that I wanted to meet and have a relationship, but they never replied. Until, that was 4 years ago. 6 months ago, I received a Facebook message from my half-sister telling me that they do want to meet. I was thrilled. We met, and we are now starting to form a relationship. Problem is that most of my half-siblings' family is upset that we're connecting, especially their mother. She feels betrayed, and she sees me as the reason her marriage and family fell apart. a week ago at my half-brother's birthday party that I was invited to. It was the first birthday that I got to celebrate with one of my half-siblings. Their mother was also there. She didn't talk the whole evening and left early. After she left, my half-brother's wife pulled me aside and said that I was disrupting my half-sibling's family life by showing up. I was putting them on the spot where they had to choose a side, me or the mother. Same with the rest of the family. And that most of the family had already sided with the mother. So if I really cared about my half-siblings, I would just step back and step out of their lives. I don't know how to handle this. I want to be in my half-sibling's life, but I don't know if I'm doing this right. I kind of get the mom's perspective. Am I just like an old woman? Like, so basically what happened is that this woman's husband had an affair with, so he was 42 at the time. He has an affair with a 21-year-old. She gets knocked up. He divorces you, marries her, leaves your family, and then now the daughter's coming up like, hey guys, let's all be friends! Oh my god! It's like, would you also not just be fucking pissed off?
Oh my god, let's reminisce about the time that your husband fucked my mom and made me!
Oh my god! Look, we all have the same nose because our dad fucked people! Like, I think that...
You know what they say about kids with the same nose? Their dad can't keep it in their pants. Hey! Bye-bye!
So, she actually doesn't give her age in this, but, so if she's, but my guess is that, she's probably in her early 20s.
Yeah.
So she
They're
found
adults.
So she's in her early 20s, and she's just this person that's like, what? You don't want to be friends with me? But I'm just so amazing. Like, I understand wanting to have a relationship with your half-siblings, but it's, again, like...
You can't expect to show up when the fucking mom's around.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
How
doing?
can you
I
not comprehend that the mom doesn't want to see your fucking face? Like, because your face probably looks like your mom's, the one that her husband fucked. Like,
Yeah.
it just, how could you be so obtuse?
Yeah, you have to be more conscious about that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, but the other side of it, though, is that, that's her generation. So there's an argument that the mom will die earlier and that, maybe that's when to really start to kindle that relationship. Maybe just a few texts every once in a while, but, like, don't get in their Thanksgiving. Or am I, like, completely off? Like,
No, you're right on
Joel on YouTube says, this puts the song Reminiscing by the Little River Band in a whole new perspective. Yes. And the song by the Supremes, Love Child. I loved it. This is a trashy version of that. Affair Baby is like the fucking rap rock version of Love Child.
Yeah.
This is like the one that first, I'm on Affair Baby. Like, that's the Fred Durst version of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad fucked my mom even though he wasn't married to her. Now I'm mad all the time. I'm gonna break things. I'm on Affair Baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the Limp Bizkit version of Love Child. 100%.
I mean, okay, so I used to have a friend who she was an affair baby, and she was, and the reason why I guess maybe said what I said is because she was very aware of what happened and that it was, her parents sat her down and said, listen, we get it, but that's, not everyone can be friends with everyone. Like, that's that, so maybe that's why I have such a strong opinion on this. But, I mean, what do you guys think? Like, do you think that she should, should she try and get in touch with the mother and, like, try and make amends? Or, like, how should she, or just keep in contact with the siblings?
That would be a good approach if you just have a one-on-one with the mother and see how that goes first.
Yeah.
If
because
she agrees
that's
the defining, that's the most common denominator right there.
Yeah.
So get the mom on board, and see how much, you gotta confront that. If you really want to be part of that.
Because the other, obviously, because also the other side of this is that obviously what happened was 20 years ago. Like, there is a point to be made of
22 years ago.
Yeah, 20, whatever. There is a point to be made for the mom to be like, listen, you're not over this? Like, yes, it was absolutely, like, horrific what happened to you, but it was, like, a really long time ago.
From
like,
the mom's perspective,
Yeah.
though, I'm going to jump in on what the original thing you said was. You think about it, all these people want to be a big, happy family. She's the only one that kind of doesn't get to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just a reminder about the affair.
Yeah,
Look, man,
exactly.
You're talking about the affair baby is showing up to my whatever the fuck that I'm at.
Right.
I'm gonna be look. If one of my ex-boyfriend's puppies that they got from before I even met showed up to this thing, I would fucking punt that.
Kick that dog.
It would be down.
No animals were filmed in the making of the Love Gurus.
He's done. Fuck it, man. Dude, if my wife brought an affair baby to my fucking birthday party, I would act all nice. I would, dude, like Ray Liotta in Goodfellas, keeping the friends close, enemies closer. I think that was from The Godfather, actually, but who gives a fuck? So I would have to be like, listen, affair baby, I love you, huh? Let's go have a drink.
Yeah.
You're drinking out of this one that the other siblings ain't drinking out of. That affair baby's going away.
You're getting the plastic cup. We got the glass ones.
Uh-huh.
No offense.
Yeah, affair babies need to get abortion, even in the 227 terms. So go ahead, drink this. I don't give a fuck if this is in Texas. Drink it.
And it's still family, though,
Yeah.
you know? What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm sort of like, I had a very strong opinion out of the gate on this, but the more I think about it, the more it's, I think, the mom, I'm saying the mom is justified in her not wanting to be friends, but also at the same time, she doesn't, I don't know. Also, maybe the mom is over it, but she is just, isn't, she doesn't want to, like, rush to be the best friend. Like, maybe people feel like...
Right.
Maybe people feel like they have to choose a side, but really the mother isn't pushing that. It's everyone else, because they love the mother, are thinking, oh, well, we don't want to hurt Martha, Like, why are we going to be friends with Teresa when, Martha's our mom?
If I was the affair baby, and they told me to go to a birthday party where the mom was at, I would be afraid that the mother would step out and do the Cersei from Game of Thrones thing where she blew that entire church up with the green shit. I would be like, fuck that. She's going to bomb this entire place. Like, I'm not going. I'm
The
not
best
going.
ending of the story possible. She just drives away in her minivan with like a little crooked smile on her face. Like, the
Yeah.
house is fucking burning behind her.
Her one son that's still alive and kind of nice just kills himself because he can't live with what his mother just killed an entire church to get back at the affair baby.
Yeah, my grandma actually lit up a church with fireworks because my grandpa cheated on her.
Really?
Shut up.
And the lady
that's
showed up to
awesome.
church.
Shut up, is that true?
She showed up to the same
Shut up,
church.
that's the best story
And my
ever.
grandma was like, oh hell no. She left the church, went to the local the corner store,
Fuck
bought
yeah.
fireworks and lit it up on fire when the
yeah.
lady was leaving.
Carrie Underwood, you ain't got
Fireworks,
shit.
just
You ain't got shit on his grandmother.
Firecrackers.
Oh my god, I
like,
love that.
like 30 seconds of fireworks on her dress.
Did you walk
Fuck
out
yeah.
and go, Jesus is risen?
No,
Yeah.
my grandma was a badass. She wasn't
Dude.
fucking around.
Dude, I fucking love that.
She went full David Carradine and killed him.
I was surprised she didn't bring her machete. She had a machete too.
That is so awesome.
She was not doing
I
machetes
love
too
that.
much.
Yeah.
I love that.
Right before she shoots the fair lady in the face, she just like Uma Thurman, it's your backpack. The firework goes off in her face. It's dead.
That's what it was like.
That's
Next time I
insane,
do
man.
this show,
But
I
in
want
the
you guys...
mountains-
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Finish. No, finish yours.
No, it was fun. It was in a small town in the mountains.
He's like,
Very
oh.
small town. It was
He's
like
like,
everybody
wait,
found out. It was like
you
30
didn't-
people in there.
He's like, you didn't get the finale where she lit the church on fire?
Yeah,
That was the punchline!
yeah, that was a weak tag right there.
Lit a church on fire
Yeah.
to get the affair chick, And the affair chick is probably like,
That's their
it's the
payback.
only church in town I don't care. It's town with zero churches now. I don't
Yeah,
give a
there's
fuck.
only one stop sign. Everybody runs it. What's the
Yeah.
problem?
I love that.
I just converted to Hinduism. I got a bunch of gods. Fuck that god. This is the god that whore Linda worships, all right? I worship the one with all the arms now, huh? 4 arms to slap that bitch with.
Here's
God
my
damn
god,
right. That's amazing.
But,
Dude.
okay, so I'm going to modify my advice a little bit, and I learned this one from Bumble, the one who claims to be positive for women. Bumble has this, their slogan was, be the CEO that you want to date. Maybe that's the advice to her. Okay. Be the Bill Gates, get super rich, have this very successful career, so that all your half-siblings and their mom Martha are like, hey, what's up? Like, we heard you have a hedge fund. that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? Like, be the CEO that your half siblings want to be related to. That's my advice for her.
Right. They'll be like Tiger Woods' kids, where it's like, I know we fucked 3,000 women, but we love you more than mom still. Like that's just the way that works out, you know?
Yeah. So what's our final advice for this person? I think that's my final advice is oh god.
First up, Amy gives final advice. Said it sucks, but Amy on YouTube says if it sucks, but if the siblings want to have a relationship, that's fine. If the mom can get over the husband, had an affair, find a new husband. Joel on YouTube, I'm kind of behind on the comments. It says emphasis on the word limp in regards to the Limp Bizkit parody there. Joel on YouTube says Jake would be serving the Dark Knight whiskey. Oops, that was acid instead. It's my bad. He says, dude's grandma was Billy Jack meets Steven Seagal. Yeah, fucking dude. Like,
oh
she
my
wasn't
god,
playing.
we don't make enough Steven Seagal references on this.
Yes, or Billy Jack references.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. That was like Steven Seagal from 20 years prior, man. That was insane.
So I guess my thing is, if the siblings all want to get together and go to Dave and Buster's on the weekends, that's their prerogative. Just leave mom out of it because she's gonna get pissed. That's
do it.
And don't put it on Instagram stories. You know?
Yeah. Don't social
tag
media that shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just go out and have fun. Go and play pool.
Yeah.
Get to know them. Catch up before you start spreading the word around town.
Yeah.
You know. And
Yeah.
if you really care about the relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
I say try with the mom. You know, give it a shot. But if it doesn't work, then just.
Sounds like it didn't work.
Yeah,
with
but
the mom.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like, again, it doesn't, to have like sort of like not covert, but just unpublicized coffee at Starbucks, like, you haven't been around, build that relationship, and again, then that's how you're like, oh, actually, by the way, we just took this company to their IPO. Like, did you realize that about my company? Did you want to come over to my townhouse that's $13 million? Oh, you did? Okay! We're family now!
Really, siblings, you don't want to meet with me. You know who does want to meet with me? Anyone who wants to make it in finance. So that's me. I'm that fucking guy.
So perfect. I think we answered that question. So should we do the third one as the lightning round then?
Yeah. Let's do a quick lightning round question. Last question on Love Gurus podcast. We are taking
Let's do it.
for the final lightning round question. Yeah, let's top off on the whiskey, man.
Oh, I'm good. I got it.
I
I gotta walk 4 blocks to the subway later.
But yes, people, if you have a question that you would like to write into the podcast, do it at loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. Or, even better, tune in every single Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We are going to take one last one from the wild animals on Reddit.
Get it?
Lightning round. I'm upset because my best friend said that I was making girls uncomfortable in the club. My friend and I are both 20, and last night we were in the club. I was dancing with one of our 2 friends who was a girl, and we were dancing the night before, and then we were dancing again last night. I asked her if she was comfortable, and she assured me that she was totally fine, so we continued dancing. Then, I was dancing with my best friend's work colleague who came along. She was, my best friend tried to say something to me at the time, but I couldn't hear him because of the music volume. When we got out, I asked what he was saying, and he said that I'd been making his colleague uncomfortable. I'd seen no signs of this when we were dancing, and when she went on...
So to use the word colleague, that means it's a jobby job. And you're going to be kind of brutish, man. I'm sorry.
I said that when she left, that I didn't follow her, so I don't understand how she could be uncomfortable. I caught up with the girl and said to her and apologized, saying that if I asked if I made her uncomfortable. She said that she didn't know what my best friend was talking about and that we were all good. I followed up with my best friend, and he said that...
Because it's not weird just going, did I make you uncomfortable? No, it's fine. It's fine.
So I went up to I followed this up with my best friend, and he said that he could just tell that she was uncomfortable. But I'm confused because she said she wasn't uncomfortable. I'm obviously upset because I obviously wouldn't want to make any woman uncomfortable in the club. How do I handle this situation? I think the best friend... Okay, so for lightning round, what we'll do is we'll just do a quick take around...
what you're going to say to say.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
for the group. I think the best friend likes the coworker, and so he is like, dude, you're making it uncomfortable, even though he probably was being completely fine. Because if you go up to a woman and say, oh, I'm sorry, like, was I making you uncomfortable? if the woman is like, yeah, no, it's totally fine, like, that is, it's fine. But if she, like, blows you off or does something else, he seems pretty self-aware. Like, he seems pretty self-aware that maybe he, that happened. And he doesn't give that vibe of, like, oh, yeah, I know she was weird or whatever. She seems completely fine. Again, what I think happened is that the best friend likes that coworker, got jealous, and is like, dude, get your hands off my Lisa. Ew.
Well,
I met her first.
He did like a bitch by being like, no, bro, don't do that to women. He tried to play like the male feminist card to get his friend to stop talking to some chick that he was into.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to do. Like
okay,
a little bitch.
so
I
to
don't
be
know, man.
honest, not the worst way to get a girl, I must say. You know what I mean?
Well, telling your friend to not dance with a girl is one thing, but the reasoning he used was it was kind of like
He's trying to
no,
aggressive,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
That's what's going on.
not the
Reverse?
not the worst way to cock block. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the, okay, yeah,
Sure,
That's the worst way, definitely. Yeah.
It's
Because
effective.
the opposite
For sure.
is that being like, dude, she totally has HIV. You know what I mean? Like, don't.
But that's more
Yeah.
effective, though. That's,
Like, he
Yeah.
was like, dude, don't touch her because you're not respecting women. You know what I mean? I'm just
Yeah,
saying
I don't like that. I don't like
I'm just
dudes
saying
who play
there's
that
progress in our society.
No, but like dudes who play that card
Those
are
guys,
usually
when it's not genuine,
yeah.
yeah, they're fucking douchey.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you totally hit the nail on the head. The men who
Yeah.
act like the biggest allies are normally the rapists.
Well,
Yeah,
right,
I've been
because-
saying that for fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that.
I
There was
completely
yes,
agree.
He's one of those guys who's like, listen, don't treat women this way, and then like he's the one who's
He's
selling
gonna treat them
rupees
that
at the
way.
club.
Well,
you know?
because he's trying to say that this woman's uncomfortable, even though she's not uncomfortable. He's already lying about a woman so that he could get with that woman. That's not a dude who respects women. That's him being a fake ass dude who likes women, just trying to fuck a woman by lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's. But that being said, I do like the arrogance to people writing the question because A, they're animals most of the time. B, they're on Reddit, so they're kind of nutty. And C, we try pointing out at least once an episode, these questions are their pro-them propaganda. They're Fox News, they're MSNBC, they're North Korean state-run news that they happen to inherit the entire country. So it's going to lean toward them every time in the question. It kind of seems like that's what this guy's doing, but it's also, that's coming from you, the guy writing the question. And I don't know, man, if someone was trying to come up to me that I didn't know that well and was asking if something made me uncomfortable, it's going to be uncomfortable to say yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're just being a little bit annoying, how many times have you been around somebody being a little fucking annoying? You know what I mean? Like, not even in like a sexual kind of way. I just mean like they're just kind of fucking douchey or they're kind of getting on your nerves or whatever. Man, they got to really be getting on my fucking nerves to where if I didn't know them that well and they came up and asked me point blank like, hey, was I bothering you? Was I being weird? Am I weird? Am I bothering you?
Being weird right now.
You're being weird right fucking now. You're being weird right now by asking me that shit. And so, like, they would have to be so crazy out of line before I'm going to have this conversation like, yeah, you're kind of a douche. Like, because there's no way to say yes without politely saying, yes, you're a douchebag.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fancy a Latin term for it is. That scientists would, you're a douchebag oricus. And that is what the fuck you're being right now.
Yeah.
There's no way to say, yes, you made me uncomfortable without being like, hey, you're kind of a fucking douche. And so that's what I think is going on here. Now, I could be wrong. If it turns out this guy, the friend is lying and just like trying to get with the chick and being, oh, you're not respecting her and you're making her uncomfortable. Let me go give her 17 Long Island iced tea and see where this goes. Like, if that's what's going on, then fuck this guy. That said, since this is pro-him propaganda, I think we would get examples of what he was doing and examples of how she was reacting. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I said, which isn't that fucking weird. And she laughed and was having a good time when I said it. We got nothing.
Yeah.
We got nothing. The music in the cloud was loud. We got the, hey, I don't know what was said. I don't know what I said. All I know is I was being called an asshole the next day. I mean, was I an asshole based off of that? Was I an asshole? I said, I said, wait. You said, yeah, I think you were being an asshole maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just because of the lack of detail we got, I think this guy was probably being a dick. I don't know. I don't know what he was, because we don't even know what his friend said he was doing to make her uncomfortable. That's why I'm against this guy, is because we would get some version of that. We would get some version of, like, he didn't like the way I was dancing. He didn't like the way I made a joke.
Right.
You know, and this was the joke. We didn't get any of that. We just got.
What was the song playing? Were you being a creep to the lyrics?
Yes.
Right? Was it wherever you are?
Right.
I don't even want to. I want to help you, but the only club songs I know would make everyone aware of how old I am. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sing the club songs that I used to listen to.
Wait, you only don't. You
Apple
just only go to like.
yeah,
Exactly. Wait, you don't. I only go to '90s clubs, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't like.
This is the remix edition. I do not watch the news at all. I don't know what's happened with any of the people that I used to listen to.
So I don't want to age myself any more than my face looks like. So, but yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I still think, again, me personally, I still think it's that the best friends. So, but what's your final opinion then?
I don't know. You have it's
Go to bed at
sticky.
clubs?
It's hairy.
Yeah.
It's a hairy situation.
No, but you gotta
I need more detail. I didn't know what happened. What did you do?
No, there's no detail. You gotta pick a side. This is the Sandlot. You have to pick a side.
Definitely a creeper.
You think definitely a creeper?
I think so.
The dude asking the question or the friend?
The dude. I mean, we're giving advice to the dude asking the question, but like, basically, it does come down to: do you think he was making this lady uncomfortable or not?
The fact that he had the self-awareness to like ask and want to adjust his behavior goes to show me he probably wasn't being fucking prick.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with Phil because he went to the internet to be like, I'm upset about this. Like, I don't.
Yeah, like, did I do something
well,
wrong?
who has done
a lot of these pieces of
you know
shit
what, though?
are just looking for verification that they're in the right.
Sure.
And I got no detail from this guy whatsoever on what was making her uncomfortable. Here's the thing, man.
Where are your hands, bro?
Again,
No detail.
Again, look. He used the word colleague.
Vague.
They're both douchebags and prudes. I get it. That
Colleague
said,
or girl I've
thought-
been, flirting with or whatever.
Oh, right. I mean,
what
hey,
is
look,
it?
that's a possibility too. What I'm saying though is I got no details on what he said you did to make her uncomfortable. Now, hey, even if he's full of shit, dude, even if it's an exaggeration, I gotta have a little bit of those details before I believe you.
Yeah, what
Because
happened?
Basically, we got. Hey man, my friend said I was being creepy last night.
And
He's
I wasn't.
He's full of shit, right?
I only grabbed your
Alright.
tits like 4 times. Like, I don't understand what the fuck you... Yeah,
Guy wasn't there.
Yeah.
Tell me I wasn't being creepy based off of no information
He says
other
that-
than I was being told that I was being creepy by my friend.
Yeah.
This was your friend saying it.
Well, and also,
Yeah.
too, we do
Friend.
have to understand, and yes, we do have to respect women and shit like that, but also...
No, we don't, but
different
respect
women-
your friend.
Yeah.
Different women have different
respect
limits.
his
Respect
friend.
your friend.
Different women have different limits.
People
Also,
who
what
love
is
you.
isn't comfortable.
I respect
Like-
the truth way more than I respect women, and this man is not telling the truth about what the creepy shit he did to that woman. So I
You're
have
hiding
to,
too much, man.
dude. I have
Tell
to
the truth.
remain. I am a genderless, neutral force here.
Hey, stay in
all
the
right?
shadows. Stay in the
I am-
shadows,
look,
or
yes, he is
stay in the
not.
shadows.
I've never heard.
Just-
I've never heard 2 sentences back to back that made me flip as hard as what Jake just said. When he said, I respect the truth more than I respect women, and then your next sentence about, I don't believe that he didn't do something, it
Yes.
was like, whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Like,
because not
My
all women
head
are just good, Like it's
my
a people,
head
it's a
just
person character
fucking
thing.
Spun around
You don't just
on my
believe
neck.
because somebody has long hair.
As
Or
a
is
bro
that,
who wants
you
you to get away with
Cute.
as a bro who wants you to get
Yeah.
away with the little things, I don't think they were that at all. And I think you're a piece of shit. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
Awesome. Well, amazing. I think we answered that question.
I think we did too.
Hell yeah.
Thank you
Go fuck yourself.
so much to all of the listeners. Thank you to Joel. Thank you to Amy. Thank you to everybody who was commenting. Thank you to John. Thank you to
John,
everybody.
you're awesome.
Yeah,
Amy,
yeah.
what up?
Everybody who listened, everybody who
Oh,
commented.
wow. Joel, R.I.P. to your uncle, dude.
Oh, shit.
R.I.P.,
Yeah, I
What
was
happened?
looking at to the very bottom comment.
Oh, thank you for a great episode tonight. My uncle passed away today, and tonight's laughs were really great. Joel! Oh, fuck, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Much love, brother.
Well,
Also,
raising a glass
Yes.
to your uncle and best, condolences to your family, Joel. We're really sorry to
Condolences,
hear
Joel.
that.
Sorry to hear that, man. Drink some blackback honey rot. That'll help this situation.
This funeral brought to you by Black Biscuit.
Yes. I'm telling you,
we're
bring
not doing
some to
that.
the funeral.
No.
Yes. Joel,
Rest
sorry
in
to hear about your uncle, man.
Very
Seriously,
sorry
man.
to hear
Thanks
about that.
for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks to everybody, man. Thanks to Silverback Distillery for giving us the bottle, man. And thank you to all the listeners. Until next week. Oh, thank you
guys for
Phil
having
and
us.
Chris.
This is awesome. This is so much fun.
Yes.
And
Thank you to our guests.
This is awesome. Guys, tune in again whenever it is. Love Gurus.
Yes.
Nice.
Come
Thanks
party.
for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next week. Later.